All right, your boy Masta B here live from the MMB Radio studios for the MMB Radio Podcast, where no topic is too big or too small. We talk about them all. And on the phone lines right now, I want to welcome in a woman who I've been wondering all about and been kind of checking her out for a while, and now I finally have her on the podcast to ask her the hard-hitting questions. Actually, we're going to talk about porn, but they're hard-hitting questions in my book. The one and only Miss Fallon West. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing awesome. So, as I mentioned, you are an adult film star.
Yeah.
Kind of take us through the whole journey of how did you get into the business? I mean, I always start off my interviews and I ask people this because I know people go through different, journeys to get where they're at, but kind of let everybody know how you got into the business.
Definitely. Well, it started off when I honestly just never even thought about it until I started, almost 2 years ago, and I was really curious at first. I mean, at first when I started talking, what happened was I was working at a organic food store, and I was working and doing like Russian translations, and it was cool working there because I got to learn a lot about organic food and everything, but it was just kind of boring for me. And after 3 years of working there, I just wanted something a little different, and I just wanted something. I wanted to work, just something that was going to be more exciting and something I'd be more interested in. And I just wasn't enjoying my job, so I, stopped working there. And then I didn't really know what to do for almost a year. I was trying to figure it out, and then I started talking to a good friend of mine, and just the idea came to my mind, and I just kind of really started, doing some research, and I said, okay, this is like really what I want to do, and I thought it was like the best idea ever, and like best thing ever, because I was so excited, and I really wanted to really figure out like how to do it and what I needed to do, and once I started, it was just like it's been awesome ever since. Like, I just really said to myself, this is what I want to do, and I never thought about it before, but just ever since I did, like, I don't know, it's been awesome.
So you're working at an organic food store, and you said you never really thought about it. I mean, there's a lot of cucumbers and eggplants laying around. I mean, so I mean, right. I don't want to. I mean, you already left that job, so I mean, if whatever kinky shit happened in an organic food store, but
right.
where I mean, it's crazy though, because like, did you have any kind of upbringing where you watched porn, or were you promiscuous, or like how did? I mean, you don't just go from an organic food store,
right? Oh yeah,
to jumping into porn.
No, of course. Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, when I was growing up, like I kind of, everything was, I never, I kind of, when I was 13, I started like really, like getting curious and stuff. So I started watching like porn, sneaking away watching porn on my laptop or my computer or whatever. And then I would, I sneak away magazines, like my parents' magazines had like a bunch of Playboys and just a bunch of like, magazines that I would just like sneak, and I'd try to like, check it out and like read the articles and like look at the models. And I was definitely really, started getting really, like horny and just curious. And I was, when I was like watching porn, I was really into like lesbian porn, and I just started watching, and then started, getting into harder stuff, and I just started watching it and just enjoying it. And I always thought it was hot. I always thought it was so, it was something I never really, and then I kind of started like adventurous, I guess, like high school, and I started, being more open, like, hanging out with friends, going and being more social and everything like that, and opening, my mind, and like I wouldn't say it was like totally like that promiscuous, because I kind of had like relationships, and then I would hook up with certain people, but whatever, it wasn't like over the top. I never really fully got like excited and like that, I guess kind of slutty, and just like until like I really got into porn. Like before I was kind of like, I was comfortable with myself, and I was doing like, I had relationships and all that, and then I would have breaks, but I just never really thought about it at all, like being in porn or doing anything like that. I just I'd watch it and I'd love it, but I never thought of being in it until I just started thinking about it like recently too. So that's kind of how it happened. I don't know, it just happened like from a conversation I had with my close friend, and I was figuring out what I wanted to do.
So it almost sounds like you were a bit of like a closet case, like You know.
Yeah,
I mean, you were kind of like you had the intentions, but you just kind of never really acted on it until you got into the business.
Yeah.
But did you let like any of the boyfriends you were dating in high school and everything? Did they know like you had this freaky side, or did you kind of just always kind of keep it?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so they knew you were a freak.
Yeah, they knew, but I also like, I didn't even like really know. I mean, I definitely was like a freak for sure, but I feel like I'm like way more of a freak now because I like know what I like and it's just way better.
Well, yeah, because they opened Pandora's box now. Now you're fucking on film, so it's like, yeah. Now it's like, oh, okay, wow, now I know what it all is. Before, you're just kind of just dabbing in it, but now you're full blown into it, and how did friends, family, and all of them react to you leaving the organic food store and getting into porn? Did they kind of like, no, yeah, I kind of expected she would do something like this, or were they shocked? What was their emotions?
Yeah. I think I think most of my people and my close friends, people that I just tell that I was doing, have told pretty much I've told been open about it with everybody, but I'm not really going over there to my grandparents' house and letting them know, but my mom, I'm really close to my mom, and like she knows, she wants me just to be able to take care of myself. She wasn't shocked or anything. She just wants me to be able to do well for myself, and if she sees I'm happy and I'm doing well, she doesn't really ask me. She doesn't really want to know. She's not the one person to say no, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like everyone pretty much accepts it.
Now, when did you have your first sexual experience? Whether it be lose the virginity, how that happen?
I was 15, and I was 15 or something like that, and I was actually what happened was I lost my virginity on 4th of July, and it was this thing with I had it planned out with my first boyfriend, and it was my first boyfriend and first kiss or something, and we planned it out, and it would happen all nice and everything, and then I didn't have sex for another 6 months after that, and then so it was and then after that I started going out more and being more open and stuff, but it took it wasn't I didn't really start at a young age. I guess it was 15. I don't know, that's young. Sometimes I hear kids starting really younger. So. And
your boyfriend was around the same age or same age as you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
they were the same age. Yeah.
So kind of lay the groundwork and paint the picture for us. Where was it at? Was it good? I mean, a lot of people say they so you enjoyed the first time.
I think that I did actually. It was pretty awesome in terms of my for being a first time. I remember it was planned out, and it was really sweet. She was really sweet about it and stuff. And it was the 4th of July, so I guess the fireworks were going off, in the background. And it was one of those things where it was just but it was kind of it was great. It was a good experience for I think it was a good first way to lose my virginity. I wouldn't have I really think it's pretty cool, but the way I lost my virginity. But then again, it was so long ago that I don't know. I think it didn't really lay it wasn't really didn't really lay the groundwork for future experiences, because I don't know. I think now I think that over time I just become more and more open and more I don't know, just better overall.
So you mentioned that you didn't do it for another 6 months. 6 months later, is it with the same guy again or someone else?
Yeah, actually it was Valentine's Day, so it was another
so you're hitting all the holidays. So I mean,
I know, it's crazy. And then after that, it was I kind of started dating and being more social and just kind of having more experiences like that. So it was it was more regular.
So after the second time, you were just were you fucking other guys, or were you still with your boyfriend?
Oh yeah.
Or?
I was dating, I was dated guys, sometimes party, hooking up with someone, that I a classmate or something. And also I'd have a lot of friends outside of school, outside of class, and so I don't know. I would just kind of. Then I remember I was in a relationship, so it's kind of I had phases to go through, but I always kind of kept it mellow and just never really, I was never really the girl who was all over everybody or anything like that. But I was definitely down.
You were definitely active, yes.
I was definitely down to hook up, and I was down to have fun, but I definitely wasn't like all out there, kind of more like on the quiet side, I guess. So
Okay.
I didn't really start coming into like all, being excited to be like, all out there and being excited to be sexual and, open about it and just be more, comfortable with myself and enjoy it and love it. And it's kind of been happening over the years. Like, every year it's like more and more, so I'm more and more excited.
So, do you consider yourself to be bisexual? Are you into girls?
Definitely. Or? Oh yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Like I've always had a crush on girls. Like ever since I was like, started crushing on, people. I just like really like girls and guys and anyone who is just on my level is just, enjoying each other. And I love girls like so much.
Now, where are you currently at right now?
Right now I'm in LA.
Okay. Because I sound like I hear like seagulls or something in the background. Are you like on the beach or something?
Close to it, yeah.
Okay. I was like, I hear seagulls in the background. So, so you're living in LA. I mean, obviously, it's where the movies are being shot and all that. Where are you originally from, though?
Originally I'm from Ukraine.
Okay. So, were you born in Ukraine and then came
Yeah.
over here? What age did you come to the States?
I was 2 years old, so I was
Okay.
born in Ukraine, and then when I came with my family when I was 2 to California, and I really lived in California my whole life. San Francisco. I was in San Francisco before LA, and yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, you probably don't have much, recognition of life in the Ukraine, but did you grow up in a really like strict Ukrainian family? Like, were there rules that you had that were just that kind of like made you want to experience and like as a rebel thing, or did you always just have an interest in porn?
I always loved watching porn. I always wanted to I always kind of thought it was like really hot, but I never like actually thought about actually doing it. But I definitely watched porn like always. So it's kind of like one of those things where I don't know, just like always loved it. And so now, being part of it is just like the best. But when I was growing up, actually my parents were really open about everything, meaning like they, at first they were kind of overprotective when I was younger, but then, but everything they talked about, like they never really hid anything for me in terms of like, oh, you can't do this or you can't do that. But and then growing up, being in high school and everything, with my mom, I never really had to, like I was always able to do whatever I wanted, and she never really punished me for anything. So she was really open with me. Like we were open about everything and talked about things. So I think being able to be comfortable like about things and not have to like worry about things like was maybe what, kind of, was why like also I made the decision to just, go into porn because, it was something I never really thought about myself, but it was also something that never was really like hid from me or anything like that. So it was something I kind of, just was always kind of comfortable with, I was always comfortable with it. And, but just being able to, perform and like, put it out there and, be like, be sexual and like perform and, have, perform with other talent. And, that never really occurred to me, being, posing from, magazines or for, like pictures was just never really, never really in my mind, until I really started, thinking about it as, as a career. And like, cause I always liked taking pictures, but I never just thought that as a career. And so just, it was kind of like, it all came together and I don't know, it was great. But I never, when I was growing up, I always kind of had it in front of me, but I never, like, it was never like pushed upon me. It was just kind of always around, I kind of eased into it, I think. Like,
now,
yeah.
What do you enjoy the most about being in the business?
What I love about business is honestly, I love being able to, perform and work with other talent and, be creative and really I just love being able to present, like this sexual side and honestly like sexual fantasies for not only like the viewers but, for everyone involved. And it's just like, it's such a great, it's just so great to be able to express like sexuality, entertainment, with creativity and passion. I love it. I love performing. I love being sexual, like, and on camera, just like I get turned on even more. I mean, I get turned on camera, behind, off camera. I just feel like it's exhilarating and really fulfilling, like to provide entertainment and like enjoy it as well. And being in the adult industry is like, I don't know, it's been giving me so many opportunities to travel and meet people who are just as excited as I am to be like part of industry, and to work and to build and to create amazing hot porn. It's like everything that I've always like, been a fan of and enjoyed, now I get to do it, and it's really exciting. And it's great to work with other people and, hear everyone else's opinions. It's just like super hot. I don't know, it's great, it's fun. I love it.
Now, what is the biggest misconception of the porn business? I mean, you've been in it for 2 years now. What is something that you've experienced that when you were going into it, you may have heard that this is not, this and this is not that? And then what is one of the biggest things that people just think is they know what the business is and it's just not that way?
Yeah, I feel like people always have a misconception about business, and a lot of times I hear this, that it's, well, it's like, they're like, oh, it's easy, it's like what, they don't understand all the steps, like everything that goes into it, what, you actually have to do, how, you have to take care of yourself, how you have to be focused and pay attention to things if you want to make things happen and succeed and meet your goals. And they think it's, just come there, do this, do that, they don't think, a lot of people like say, oh, it's, it's so easy, or, meaning it's so easy, like, all you have to do is go and just, go there and just do that, and like, go to set, and like, they think that, a lot of times they think that, not as, there's not as all these steps that are being taken to, make a scene happen, like they think it's just already, they don't realize how much work it gets to like setting up the scene, setting up the lights, making sure, casting everything, that you just, the production, the editing, everything that goes into making a movie, and how much work and how, how much creative like talent that goes into making everything happen. And it's really a lot of work, but that's what makes it exciting, and all those steps, and people don't realize how that's what makes performers and directors and everyone involved is so excited about the work. It's all those steps that need to be taken because everyone plays a part. But a lot of people who are just on the outside, they don't realize like how much passion everyone actually has, and you know what I mean. They just think it's like more robotic than like exciting, passionate.
What is something you want to do in the business? I mean, you have an opportunity to fulfill sexual desires that most people can only fantasize about. What is something that you want to do, or you've already done in the business that you can kind of just check off your list and say, what, I really wanted to do that, and I got to do it?
Oh, yeah. Well, I just recently got to do a really awesome scene. It's like double anal, DP, double vag. It was like, I don't know, it was like really just the way that it's a really cool shoot on Mr. Strokes, XXX.com, and it was my most recent shoot that I think it's turned out really awesome and just looks great. And that's like a check off my list because I've always wanted to be able to do double anal, and so it was really cool that I got to do it for the first time. So yeah, that's definitely, I think a lot of people think it's hot. I think a lot of people, women fans like want to, I don't know, when I was watching, I was like, wow, I really want to do that. I really wish I could, have a chance to do that. And like just the way that it's shot and that scene is just awesome. And I mean, I definitely think that everyone should check it out if they get a chance. That's something to check off my list.
Now, is there anything you still want to do? Like, is there something on your bucket list that you're saying, well, let the fans know what it is that you want to do. Let all these, the producers and the websites out there that are looking to possibly book you and you kind of nab you up and sign you to do some freaky shit. What is stuff you want to do?
I definitely want to do more anal. Oh my gosh, I love anal scenes. I want to do like orgy scene. I haven't done an orgy scene. I'd love to do that. And a reverse gangbang would be so much fun. Like just a bunch of girls on a guy. I'd love to do a scene like that. I think it's so hot. And I really want to work with so many more talent, and work for so many more production companies that I like love to watch and love their work and their movies. And let's see, I really want to do like a blow bang. Would be cool. And I mean, I love anal scenes. I love just threesome. Everything is that's the stuff that really turns me on.
No,
So
it doesn't sound like there's much that doesn't turn you on. Is there something though that kind of turns you off, or that you're saying I'm not going to do that?
Let's see. see what turns me off.
I know. See, I told you I was going to hit you with the hard questions.
I guess I'm not really into like like cigarette. Like it doesn't really turn on like cigarette smoking. Like I guess that's kind of a small one. I don't know. Still probably still do it, but yeah, I'm pretty much down for anything. Yeah.
So you're definitely DTF. Like you just whatever. Now you mentioned anal a lot there in that description. I mean, it was like 3 or 4 times you brought up wanting to do things with anal. And a lot of people, they want to know, how do you prep for something like that? Where when you first did anal, was it in the porn business, or had you had experience outside of porn first?
Actually, I hadn't really experienced anal that much in my personal life and before porn. And it's something that I always wanted to kind of experience, but I never really had the opportunities or chance to, because whoever I would be dating or whatever, whoever be came with it never really came about, like never like came to be an option. And so, or maybe I wasn't even really thinking about it because it's like nobody really showed interest. But when I started getting into porn, oh my gosh, I was like, I really wanted to start doing anal. And so it's kind of like I started doing anal. I really wanted to do anal. I really wanted to do it. And I just remember being able, saying, okay, this is, how to, like, I just thought it sort of so hot. And so ever since, doing it, I've just been loving it. And I think it's so hot to watch. And I'm just, I want to do more scenes. I enjoy it in my personal life. And I just enjoy it overall, everything about it. It's just hot as fuck.
And it's hot as fuck when you're doing it. So,
but I love watching it. I love doing it, and I just think it's great. I love, when I first was watching Little Angel scenes, I was like, oh my gosh, like I love the way that they shoot anal scenes and just everything else, and like I became such a fan even more. So then when I got to shoot for Little Angel, I was like, yes, this is the best thing ever. Like it's definitely something I can also mark off my list.
Now, you say you watch it. Do you watch your own material, or is that kind of like weird for you, or?
No, it's not weird at all. Actually, I honestly love watching my scenes. I love watching them because for like many reasons. But I love watching. I like porn. Other performers. I love watching porn. I like watching my own porn because I like to see how I like to see how the scene turned out. I think it's hot. I like to just I definitely like to watch my own scenes 100%.
Now, you said you did. You just finished doing a scene, double anal. What was that like? I mean, like when you think about that, you kind of have you got to get yourself mentally prepared for something like that. But was it painful? Was it exciting? Were you nervous? Like, kind of take us through that.
I was excited, really, really excited, and I knew what I was going to be doing. But I was. I didn't really say it was, like, mentally prepared because I'm just so excited about it that, like, I don't know. It's like, I didn't say I get nervous. I get just super excited and just ready, and I just want to be there, I'm like, I love shooting, and, like, I love working with other talent and just, all the, ideas that come to mind, or, just everything is really awesome, and I really enjoy every single part of it. And just, before I'm a little nervous, I'm excited, more like, but it's just like nervousness is like excitement. So, I wouldn't say that I really have to prepare much for, obviously I have to prepare myself, to be able to take, 2 dicks, and so, like, I think I know in my mind, I'm like so excited about it that I want to be able to take it, so I take it, it's kind of like, I can do it if I want to do it. So, it's just, I don't know, it gets me, and now when I perform, doing more and more scenes, it's like that I feel like I'm just getting even more into it as I'm doing it. So it's like the best thing ever.
Now, I mean, it's got to be a lot for some people in the business, even outside of the business, just to take one. But to take 2 of them, were they pretty average-sized guys, or?
Well, I mean, they were definitely above average, I think. I mean, definitely, it's so, I definitely think that if you see the scene, you'll be like, wow, that's pretty awesome. I definitely, I don't know, it's just, they know what they're doing, and they know how to do it, and it's, there's a lot of lube, oil, so.
I would hope so.
There's a lot of, so it's just, so kind of just works out, and when you're excited, when you're really turned on, and when you're like, when you want to come, I feel like, everything just kind of slides in, and you just get into it. And I mean, I just thought it was like the best. I just thought it was super hot, like, just to got two big cocks right there, and it was like everyone, the vibe was great, and the shoot just turned out really awesome. And I think that's what it needs to be like. And I think that's, anybody can tell you, like, if it's a good scene, everyone gets along, everyone, they're happy to be there, and yeah.
Now, you say you want to do gangbangs and stuff like that. How many is too many for Fallon West? Is there a possibility of too many?
I mean, I definitely am up for a challenge, so I don't know if there's too many. There's probably, of course, there may be too many, but let's see, maybe of like maybe more than like 20 would be like, getting getting a little too much,
I was gonna say, you had 8,000 like Twitter followers, so I'm sure all 8,000 of them would be offering their services.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, as long as, I mean, it's kind of cool to see everyone kind of being involved, so that's why I don't know how much is too much, but if everyone's involved, like, so 20 might be like even too much, but I don't know. I definitely think that I'm down for as many as I'm down to do it.
As many as the production company provides, like,
yeah.
Fuck it, we'll do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there anybody in the business that you're a fan of, like talent-wise, whether it be a guy or girl, that you're just like, oh, I would love to meet them and I would love to do a scene with them?
Oh, yeah. So there's so many on my list of talent that I want to work with and that I'm a fan of as well. And I would have to say that I always thought Jenna Hayes and Alexis Texas were super hot. Like, just before, even when I would watch porn, and just now, like, I think their porn is amazing. Their work's great, and they're just so hot and so sexy, and just really have made it awesome impact, on the industry. And I also think that I always thought Steve Holmes and Manuel Ferreira were amazing performers. And on screen, I would always get so wet watching them fuck other girls. They were so hot. And then I really want to work with Phoenix Marie. I think she's amazing. Morgan Lee, Kissa Sin, Tommy Pistols, Chad White, Ryan Triller, Marcus Dupree. Marcus Dupree for sure. Definitely want to work with him, hopefully. And those performers they really stand out to me. They're so hot, and they're just so talented and so just so amazing on screen. I just love to get the opportunity to work with so many of them.
What is something people compliment you on? Whether it be looks or, like, what is one thing that they always say they love about you? I mean, you said you love a lot of these other stars out there, but there's someone out there who's adoring you. But what do they always say? Damn, that's what I love about Fallon.
People say that they love they think I'm really sweet, and everyone says I'm really sweet, and I just I don't know, I can't really be any other way. I don't know. I just really always pretty much consider them mellow. They like how easy to get along with and easy to work with, and that I'm just how they love me, that I put them down for anything, and they love the fact that that I'm funny. I guess I can be funny on some level, and they just love my ass. They definitely love my ass.
I was going to say, because I'm sure guys are not sending you dick pics because they think you're a sweet person. I'm sure they're into something
based
else.
On looks, yeah. Definitely my ass, and that's the big one. I love my ass as well.
Now, what is the measurements on that? Because I'm like perplexed. I look at the pictures and the videos, and I'm just like, it's just lovely. It's just there. How big is it?
Well, I mean, I definitely, my hips, I measured, 36 inches, so, right? Yeah. So, that's the measurement of that. I don't know, I didn't measure it, like, in length and height and weight, height and width, complete, I don't know exact measurements.
Well,
sorry?
It's a beautiful thing. I didn't realize that, this was going on in the Ukraine. You hear so much negative stuff about it, but I mean, damn, like, something was doing good that night. But
Sure.
What
Absolutely.
is dating life like for you? Do you have a dating life? Do you have a social life outside of the business, or are you just kind of content doing your thing in the business?
Both. I mean, I'm definitely content doing my thing in the business, but I do have, a social life. I mean, I've gone on a few dates, and I just don't really like to date, because, I don't know, it just sometimes feel like, I don't know, it just depends. I feel like, it depends. Sometimes, I'll go on a date, sometimes, but I'm definitely single, and, right now I'm just trying to focus on myself, and I mean, I'm open to, hanging out, and I have a lot of friends, and I have a lot of, good people around me, close girlfriends and guy friends, and just really good people that just have my back, and that's all that matters to me, really, and I just, I think that if you're dating, I'm just not looking to date right now, because I don't think that, I just don't want to disappoint anybody. I don't really want to be there hey, worrying about anything like that. So it really depends on how you, if you are right now, I'm just open to anything, but I really want to focus on myself, and just, as female, I just want to just enjoy what I want to enjoy. And I think that, if I meet someone to be in a relationship with or something like that, isn't a steady dating thing, I don't know. I just feel like it would have to be I don't know if that's possible, because I just feel like, you have to just kind of, really vibe well, and I feel like when that happens, it's awesome, but, I don't know, I kind of really, have just really so many great people around me right now that I'm just so content and happy.
Now, is there something that you look for in a guy, whether it be personality-wise or physical? Is there something that really attracts you?
Yeah, definitely. I think guys who, have a different humor is really awesome, it turns me on. I really like, someone who's tall, and tall, and he's has definitely just has a really good just warm personality, warm energy, someone who's that's, wants to get along, wants to who's a gentleman, but also who's really knows how to get it on, get it on. And
well, act like this is Tinder right now, and you can't find out whether they're a gentleman, if they got a nice personality, where they got a fucking lisp, but what do you enjoy? Do you like muscles? Do you like tattoos? White guys, black guys, Asian guys? Big dick guys, tiny dick guys.
Definitely I definitely like big dick guys, and I like guys who have big dicks and who are tall and who are, I wouldn't say muscle men, I wouldn't say that's my type, but I would say just someone who's, shape, or someone who's, thin, just has a, has a, kind of a, I like guys who, have a cut, but also, white guys, black guys. I like white guys, black guys, and I like, personally everybody. I like how almost any guy who's just has, but that's my top. I guess it's that's really turns me on. So I'm oh my god, it's just tall white guy, or tall black guy with a big dick. I'm totally down to meet him.
So do people recognize you when you're not on set? If you're out and about, do people recognize who you are?
I think maybe one time it almost someone said something, but it was in Vegas, and besides that, for the most part, no one I recognize me, except for one of my friends told me that one of their friends was recognized me, and they said that they're a fan of my work, and that's kind of what I've heard before, but I haven't really had that much. No one's really noticed me on the street or anything like that. I haven't had it oh my gosh, that sounds anything.
It will happen. Now, what if you are at a bar, at a club or something? How quickly do you let somebody know what it is you do for a living? And what's their reaction? Do they believe you, or do they think you're just fucking around with them?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. For the most part, I just kind of I'll say, I don't usually say, hey, hi, I'm right away. I'm an adult performer. I don't say that right away, because unless that's what we're talking about, unless we're talking, we're talking about what what we do. And usually, yeah, I'm always upfront about it. I don't really, I never hide, what I do, because I think it's awesome. I think it's really cool, and I think, that, I don't want to hide it because I'm like happy to be doing it. So, usually if like somebody doesn't like it, I mean, that's normal. That's going to happen. I understand that. And I've had reactions like that before. And like, there's nothing you can do about it, because it's like, I don't have the time to like have somebody tell me like, that their life is better than mine or that their decisions are better than my decisions and like, preach or judge. So for the most part, I'm always open about it, like right away. And, but I never like just push it on anybody like, no, watch my porn or anything like that. But usually, people are always like supportive and like really excited and like kind of interested, So I think it's kind of one of those things that is like surprising but like interesting at the same time, and I love it.
Because I totally would approach people that way if I was at the bar. I'd be like, you might recognize me from such films such as, and then I would just list all my credits, you know what I mean, and see where it gets me. I mean, shit, I'll do that.
I guess I'm waiting.
I'll do that now, you know what I mean, even if I don't have any, video credits under my belt, just to, see if it gets me lucky.
Maybe I should.
Well, see, you can actually back it up. I can't. I can only pretend that I've done stuff. So kind of give us a teaser to fans out there. What can people expect from you coming up?
Well, my fans can definitely expect me to work with more production companies, one of like my favorites and their favorites. So keep requesting for where you want to see me, who you want to shoot with. And also my fans can see me add a lot more content to my ManyVids site, and they can also order custom video orders, and also just check out whatever content I've been making recently. And there's a lot of it that's going to be updated very soon this month, or next month, September. So that should be something that my fans should definitely look out for. And also, I'm planning on going to New Jersey for Exotica. So that's kind of what's coming up for me, and so it's exciting stuff.
Well, I'm definitely going to be there, so I'm totally getting, a selfie, a hug, and whatever else I can bargain with you to get.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
So I'm definitely I'm definitely got to get in there and see you at Exotica.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Now, where can people find you at online? Doing the Twitter thing, Instagram, all that stuff. Like, people are crazy with the social media. There's so much stuff going on social media that it's kind of addictive. But where can people find you at on there?
Okay, so my fans can go to my Twitter, and that's Twitter is my Twitter handle is at Fallon West XXX, and so that's Fallon West at Fallon West XXX, and on Twitter or Instagram it's at Fallon Rudy Clouds, and also you can check out my ManyVids, which is also there's a link to it on my Twitter, and you can check me out on Camp Soda when I do camp shows. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. So once you go to Instagram or Twitter, you can find my Instagram and other links to my ManyVids and such places. My ManyVids and my Jerry Pride call. You can call me if you want to talk to me, and you can also see me camp. So those are the options, and I totally want to connect with one of my fans. So please. I want to hear from you guys.
Well, we appreciate you calling in and talking to us a little bit and, getting to know you a little bit more personal. And everybody, make sure you follow her on the social medias and check her out at Exotica up in Edison, New Jersey. I believe it's like November 7th to the 9th. Don't quote me on that. You can Google it. I'll tweet it out and, we'll know for sure. But definitely come check her out up there. Grab a photo with her, get her autograph, buy some of her DVDs, just support the business. There's too many people out there getting their shit for free, and I mean,
right,
I'm all for freebie stuff, but there's times where you have to kind of pay for it in order for the business to grow. So please, definitely make sure you go out and buy your porn. And like I said, it's really cool to have spoken to you, and we hope to hear big things from you coming up real soon.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad I got the chance to talk to you guys. You guys are so awesome. Thanks for the opportunity, and thank you to all my fans and everyone there. And I hope you guys have a great night.
Awesome. Take care, all right?
Okay, take care. Thank you. Hi, I'm Fallon West, and you're listening to Mixed Master B on MMB Radio.